Today we are going to reattempt Mount Washington to try and get some sort of redemption for last week. We're going to take the Ammonoosuc Ravine Trail, 3.1 miles to the Lakes of the Clouds hut, elevation 5,050 feet. Then we're going to take the Crawford path, 1.4 miles to Washington Summit. At least that's the plan. You never know what will happen in the mountains, especially during this shoulder season. Right now the trail is snow-free, but very wet. It must have rained last night, or it must be a serious case of dew. Anyway, I'm just going to chug along to the junction with the winter route, which I took in January to hike and row. Then I'll get you farther up. The trail is snow-free so far. Yeah. Although that's definitely going to change, and I know that for a fact because somebody on the 4,000 footer Facebook forum posted some pictures from this very route, and there's still a fair amount of snow up at the higher elevations. I brought spikes. I think snowshoes would be a bit overkill, but I won't know for sure until I get up there. Alright, we got more than a babbling brook, a raging brook from the spring melt. But as much as I love the ice bridges in winter, I gotta admit, I miss rock hopping across these things. Now, it's gonna be a little difficult, so I'll do my thing and I'll meet you on the other side. Yeah. That brook crossing was a little on the tricky side. I had to submerge my feet about an inch or two. But whatever, these boots are, for the most part, waterproof. Hear that? That's the cog railway getting ready to depart. Who knows, maybe we'll catch a glimpse of the engine on the way up. Alright, you got a much less difficult stream crossing. More like the babbling brooks. Smooth, you must know what I mean. Anyway, to the junction with the winter spur we go. Man. We must have gotten some serious rain here, because this trail, many parts of it are a wet, muddy mess. This makes me nervous about the brook crossings on the upper part of this trail. Whatever. I'll just have to see how they are for ourselves. Alright, we've reached the junction with the winter spur of the Ammo Ravine Trail. That's the way I took to this very spot in January when I climbed Monroe. So from here we have about 2 miles to the Lakes of the Clouds hut. And the first mile of this stretch is relatively easy, but the last mile is quite steep, to put it lightly. There's 1,500 feet of elevation gain in that mile, but luckily the first half of that stretch is the hardest, so we get that over with. Anyway, I knew this was about a matter of time. First signs of leftover snow and ice. In monorail form, right. And it's just gonna get ever so more prevalent from here. But I got spikes, so I don't think you should have too much to worry about. Although I am gonna try and bare boot it all the way up. I'll only use the spikes if I absolutely have to. Right now the snow and ice patches are pretty intermittent. And judging from what I saw on the forums, it's going to be like that pretty much all the way to the hut, which, by the way, is closed. And if I looked at one of the pictures right, the dungeon, which I showed you in my Monroe video, okay, maybe I didn't, but anyway, it's literally filled with ice. Don't know if that needs to melt out for it to be open, but whatever. Now here's some more prevalent snow patches. Trail's still easy so far, disregarding some slick ice patches and wet rocks that I nearly wiped out on. Whatever, I'll be more careful from now on. Alright, I think this may be the crossing of Monroe Brook. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just trying to get across this thing. Yeah. I know it's just one of the several brook crossings I'm worried about as a result of the rain and spring melt combined. That one wasn't so bad. However, we got some more to look forward to. Alright, here's some storm damage. I believe I showed you this in my Monroe video. And up below, say, 4,000 feet, that's what the cloud line is. So, gonna be yet another sought-in presidential hike. My goodness. But whatever. I should be used to it by now. Every time I've climbed Washington, it's been sought in. At least in the summit area. Yeah, whatever. Let's do it up. Got a nice little bridge over what appears to be a washout. And more cascading goodness. Yeah, from what I read, if I read it correctly, a week ago, just a week ago, the snow was up to that handrail. Amazing what the power of spring can do. The gym pool. I always love this place, frozen or not, as it was frozen the last time I came here. And the cloud line is about maybe 500 vertical up, give or take. From here we just go up, 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 up. Should be a lot of fun and a good physical challenge at that. You thought I was kidding, weren't you? Yep, I was right. We are going up, up, up. This ain't even the steepest part. This is mellow compared to what we gotta go through next. Anyway, I'll meet you up farther up the Ravine trail. We are going up. Up, 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 like I keep saying. Fortunately, almost half the vertical gain for this whole hike falls under this last mile to the hut. Up we go. Yeah, this trail is totally kicking my keister. Always does. But whatever, I'm determined to get to the hut and the summit of the rock pile. Alright, a view. One of the few views we'll probably get, at least on the way up, assuming Le Sommet clears. Désolé, I am speaking franglais. Now this is cool. Unfortunately, we gotta cross it to get to the other side where the trail continues. I'm not gonna risk it, so I'll do my thing and I'll meet you across. Alright, we made it across. Now without getting my left foot in particular completely soaked though. Let's check the altimeter. We are at about 4,100 feet, 900 feet of gain left to the hut. And about 2,100 to the summit of the rock pile. Yeah, awesome. The grade is getting noticeably less steep. So I guess I was right in that the beginning part of this mile-long section is the most difficult. Taking it slow because I'm not wearing my spikes. I have spikes, but I'm not going to wear them unless absolutely necessary. Hell yeah, this is a welcome sign. We are officially a quarter of a mile from the Lakes of the Clouds hut. Or as it's affectionately called during the summer months, Lakes of the Crowds. Hopefully you know what I mean by that. Another brook crossing. Gotta be careful of the ice. Anyway, I'll do my thing and then I'll meet you across. Look at this view. It's awesome. Not incredible, but pretty good. And the cloud deck seems to be rising ever so slightly. Seems to be I think Lakes of the Clouds is just up there. So, unless something interesting happens, I'll meet you at the ponds and its namesake. Now this is cool. Sorry. I post holed and fell, and the lens of my camera got wet. I just want to make sure it wasn't still wet. Yeah, it's very cloudy in view, but hey, I'll take it, especially considering I probably won't be getting any from the summit. Although, that can change easily, you know, Washington. See that up there? Yep, that is our point of no return. The AMC's Lakes of the Clouds hut. Named after the Lakes of the Clouds instead of small ponds nearby. And fat chance I ain't going down this trail. So I'm gonna do a do-over of the Ammonoosuc Jewel Loop, which I haven't done in 4 years. July 2011, I believe, was the last time. And the only time. But yeah, this is gonna be another long video. There's just so much cool stuff to see. Nice. Welcome to the currently closed AMC Lakes of the Clouds hut, elevation 5,050 feet. And this is the upper terminus of the Ravine Trail. Got 1.4 miles and 1,400 feet of gain to the summit of Washington. Up there is Monroe, although you can't see it. I'll just show you around a little more in depth in my previous videos. Wow. Yeah, this hut ain't open for a while. There's still a huge freaking snowbank in front of the front door. Although last time I came here, the snowbank was so high that I could literally climb up to the roof and stand up there. Which I think you saw a picture of. Well, you can see a picture of in my Monroe video from this year. Well, not much to see when it's closed, so I'm gonna take a breather and then I'll meet you up the Crawford path to Washington. Oh yeah, Monroe cleared for now. Hopefully Washington clears. We'll just have to see. Alright, this is the back side of the hut, so I'd show you this since I'm going down the Jewel Trail and I won't be coming back. At least not now. Right there is the door to the dungeon, which is the official, unofficial emergency shelter of the Lakes of the Clouds hut. The door is currently closed, and for good reason. Inside, it's literally filled with ice, per the photos I saw on Facebook. Oh, time for a breather. Haven't seen this side in a while. I'm sure you can read, so I'll skip the reading of the sign. Anyway, 1.4 miles, just about, to the summit of Mount Washington. Right now there's not much to see due to the cloud cover, so if I see something interesting I'll point it out. Otherwise I'll meet you farther up the Crawford path. It's the junction of the Tuckerman crossover. This leads over to the Tuckerman Ravine Trail. Alright, the clouds are clearing for now. Anyway, up we go. And there's just something about being above tree line that makes a hiker feel good inside. I hope you know where I'm coming from. Just you and the elements. It brings on your wild side, so to speak. Alright, I'm babbling. Anyway, I'll meet you farther up the Crawford path. So far the trail's becoming less like a trail and more like a jumble of rocks a mile long, marked cairns. But even so, I'm having a great time. I picked a good day to revisit the rock pile. And good physical challenge too. Because I'm really chugging along. Might even be able to summit it, the trailhead at the top, in less than 3 hours. Yeah, that'll be my goal. To summit the mountain in less than 3 hours. Let's hope we can do it. Reach the junction with the Davis Path. This goes that way toward Boots Spur and Route 302. And oh my God, look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Even though it may be a little bit clouded, I'm loving it. Got another junction up here. I'll skedaddle over to that, show you that. See how far away from the summit we are. Alright, it's either, I think it's 0.6 where we are from the summit. Yeah, it's 0.6. Not far at all. Anyway, up we go. Alright, we're now ascending the upper cone of Washington. This is where a lot of elevation gain falls. Still aiming to hike it in under 3 hours. Start time is around 9:15. So that's what I'll base it off of. There it is, the summit. And now to look back toward the Southern Presidential Range, Lily Range, Britton Woods ski area, I believe. We're getting there. Can we do it? Can we summit Washington for the 3rd successful time? And could I also summit Washington in my fastest time yet? Let's find out. Reach the junction with the Gulfside Trail. This goes all the way across those northern Pressy Peaks over there to the Madison Hut. 5.8 miles from this spot. Now, only 0.2 miles to the summit of Mount Washington. Now, I'm gonna hurry along because I'm trying to break the 3-hour mark. Anyway, let's do it. All right, welcome to the summit area of 6,288 foot Mount Washington. The highest mountain in the northeastern United States, New England, and New Hampshire. And lo and behold, there's no line at the summit sign. So, gonna get my summit selfie there. All right, welcome to the true summit of 6,288 foot Mount Washington. Marked by Karen, the famous summit sign. And oh my God, this is the first time that has ever happened to me. This summit is not socked in with clouds. Granted, the view is a little cloudy, but hey, I'll take it. What a hike it was to get up here. Cog Railway, heck yeah. Yeah, first mile and the last mile were pretty easy. Second section in between was pretty tough. Burnt me out, that's for sure. But I got here in under 3 hours, so I was really hauling. Anyway, sorry, camera lens in the way. So far, I'm loving it. I'm gonna take a breather, go into the summit building for some lunch. Then I'll meet you somewhere else around the summit. Holy cow, I picked an incredible day to go here. There's Wildcat D ski slopes, North Mariah Range. I think behind that may be Speckle Mountain area. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, this is the upper terminus of the Cog Railway. The real upper terminus, but the trains never go up here. At least not during regular service. Anyway, I'm going to show you around some more. I'll meet you at the observation. Alright, now this is more like it for a view. Out there you're looking towards Chandler Ridge. Over there, the northern Presies, Jefferson, Adams, Monroe, Clay. Surprisingly, they're socked in at the very top, and Mount Washington is not. Out there looking toward the Auto Road, Ball Crag, Agiopacha Crag, Nelson Crag. Another view of the Carter Mariah Range. Somewhere out there is the Conway area, Kearsarge's north. Alright, I'm going to the summit building for some lunch, probably buy a spare pair of batteries because my power's low. And then I'll meet you elsewhere in the summit. Alright, here's a better view of the northern Presies. We've got Clay, Jefferson, Adams, streams are kind of salted in the very top, so now Washington's not salted whatsoever. Nice.